Hey everybody, it's your boy Straight Drop J. Welcome back to Reason Gang TV. Today we're gonna go straight into how to create your custom device using the Combinator 2 in Reason 13. It's fire, let's go. First thing we're gonna do when we create our Combinator 2 device, we're gonna open up a new song. All right, here we go. We have a new empty project song, and first thing what we're gonna do is a sample based device. So I'm gonna drag this sampler, the mimic, in here, then I'll right click combine. So what that does is basically it puts it inside the combinator. Let's open it with the editor. These buttons open up the combinator, so close it, it's closed. Let's open the editor, open the devices. All right, so what this allows you to do is configure different knobs and link them to different parts inside of the combinator. And this will be the front panel that gives you all the editing capabilities from your GUI. All right, so number one, what we're going to do is configure. Let's make this slightly bigger unit. Let's do 4, and let's get rid of all of these. Let's get rid of those. So select that, press delete. Oops, I pressed it twice. That's why that came up. All right, so now I have my skin for my device already made. This is a whole nother episode, but basically you go into Photoshop or whatever editing art editing program, photo editing program, and you'll make your skin using JPEG or PNG file. Once you have your skin created, which I put a couple little cool little things and some empty spaces where I could put the knobs, then you go ahead and press either backdrop load, or you could right click here and select backdrop. So that'll allow me to go to my desktop, find my skin. Now it loads it in there. Got it, cool, right? Well, it's not working yet at all. So what we're gonna have to do is, let's move these over here. Let's say right here. That's your pitch and your modulation knobs. Wheels. So anyways, let's load the mimic with a bass. Let's say, what's this one sound like? Let's try. Don't have my sound card linked, so I can't really hear it, but let's link it in. Let's put that in here and see how it sounds in Reason. All right, let me connect my sound card because it's not on right now.
I'm getting something.
Okay, baby. That's just my daughter coming in here. I don't like that 808 so much. Let's go to another one.
Hugo, we gotta get out of Daddy's room. Come on.
My daughters came and gave us a quick little visit. I love them to death. All right, so what I did was I just changed the start time. Some of your WAV files are gonna need it, some won't. Let's open it a little bit like this, and you can actually see exactly where it starts. Okay, remember this button right here, tunes your 808 or tunes anything to the right key. That way your keys on your keyboard actually hit on the right note. So this is real high pitched. Let's bring it up. That's a bass pitch. Bass is always mono. Let's leave it mono. Retrig. Drop a little release. Okay. Maybe we'll add a little bit of drive. I don't actually like that 808. I think I'm gonna try another one. Let's see what's over here. That one's a lot better. Go ahead and tune it. Yeah, I like that one. There we go. All right, so now that we have a bass in our sampler and it's mono retrigger enabled, it's tuned, now we're ready to start putting cool little knobs up here to actually control it, because when it's done, it's going to basically look like this, and you're going to need your knobs over here to control it. But let's do a simple version of Sydechain. By the way, spoiler, I'm gonna give you guys the Sydechain for free at the end of the episode, which won't be that long. You guys can fast forward if you want, or whatnot, or grab the link from the description. But anyways, all right, so we're gonna want to output a volume knob. Let's go here in the editor, go to configure. Let's put a knob in there. All right, let's put you right there. But I want a different knob. Let's go to style, maybe that one. Nah, let's get like the vintage XL. That's a pretty big one. Cool, right? All right, so that knob right there will be your output. So let's go over here to master output. Let's right click, map to Combi, control 1. That's control 1. If you could tell by right here the name. But if we go ahead and type the label in, well, we could show label or we could not show label. Let's double click over here and put output. That way it's a lot easier down at the bottom when you want to link it. Right click, Mac to output. All right, now when we see over here, I did that twice by accident. Now when we see here, it's gonna link to up here. You see it? Now it's linked. So now this is gonna be your output knob. Output right here. Not that hard. Say we wanted another knob for a compressor or a limiter, all right? Because we have the limit right there, and output right there. All right, so let's get another knob. Configure, get another knob. Let's see, let's try a slightly smaller knob, and we'll put that up here next to limit. You know what, let's make this one small too, well, medium, and put that right over output. All right, so limit, we're gonna want to click over here, go to effects. Let's look for a limiter. Where are you at, limiter? Here's a maximizer, which is also a limiter. Now that you have this, since the mimic was selected, we'll just press right here and it'll automatically link it. So look, you see the input right there. All right, so the limiter is on right here. This is how you turn on and off, and we want this limiter knob to control the amount that it limits. So the amount we limit will be the output gain. So let's right click, let's put that to control 2, which will be our limiter. And let's name it limiter. Oh, I forgot to say, if you already have your labels on your skin, you can just press this button and it'll turn it off so that it doesn't interfere right here. But anyways, all right, so now we have our limit connected to our output on our maximizer limiter. And since limiting an output is kind of the inverse of what they actually do, I'm gonna invert it right here. That way, the higher I turn this up, the more it limits. So I'll show you guys what I mean right here. Let's turn this down, and that went up. So you're basically limiting it more, and it's basically limiting it. Anyways, let's leave that like this. Okay, so now we have our little knobs, limiter and output. say we want release for our sub. Let's go to configure, add a little release knob. And maybe we'll make that into a slider. Show label, we'll put that as release. Now the sidechain subsonic bass designer that I'm going to give you for free at the end of this is superbly complex, so I'm not going to go from A to Z on what I did, but I'm just going to do the basic ones like the effects, filter, limiting and output, and release. But there's some really cool technology inside of the sidechain, which is actually sidechaining the sub to the kick to create sonic space and headroom. But let's go back to release anyway. So real easy, right click, let's connect that to release because I already named it. All right, let's get another slider and call that attack. Now these are going to control the attack and the release of the sub. Now look, see how they're linked? All right, so it's cool for the end user to be able to tweak these certain settings. All right, now, oh, you know what? Let's put a button for the limiter to be on or off. That sounds pretty cool, right? So it's called a switch. We'll put the switch right here, and wait a minute, let's put the label. Let's put limiter on. And I want to change that style to a small green one. Put that above the limiter, turn off the label, because we kind of know what that'll be. We know that'll be on and off because it's right above the limit knob. All right, exit. Now let's turn the limiter. Oh, well, we could turn the whole, we could either turn this on and off or this on and off, but let's do this one because that'll have the whole limiter device on or bypass. So let's put limit on. So this is a little not really confusing, but when you turn it on, it's gonna bypass it, and when you turn it off, it's gonna turn it off. So what we want it to actually do is when it's on, and when it's off, it's bypassed. So we'll go right here and we'll switch these around. That allows this to work correctly. See, that's on, and that should be in bypass. There you go. So you just play with the settings to get it perfected, but it's really not that hard. All right, so let's put filter. Let's add a filter. That's a little weird. Oh, another easy thing is you could turn your text to light. That way you can see it over here if you need to. So let's put filter. But we might want that filter. All right, we might want that filter to be a knob, right? So let's, oh my gosh, losing a connection. Connected, let's see, hold on. We want that to be say a small knob. Okay, that's our filter frequency. Now we have a filter already there, or we could add another one on top of everything. Let's just use this one. Right click here, connect that to the filter, right? Oops, you have to have exit on to actually use it. Cool, right? All right, let's put a sub mangle knob. because we want it to have some nice cool distortion effects. So we'll go over here, add another knob, and we'll call that, let's put the text on the left. We'll call that distortion, or distortion, yeah. Okay, and let's make that drive. Oh, I guess we can't put drive on there, so let's sometimes when you right click here, they're not available to link, so that's fine. We'll add a distortion like this. Let's add a simple distortion right under it, and so let's right click here and link that to distortion. Now it's pretty cool because we could just simply, my mouse is tripping, sorry guys, I have to charge it. But let's simply, give me a second for my mouse to link. All right, now let's simply go up here and look at how this distortion matches. All right, so the distortion knob should be correlating and working with the distortion device we added. Forgot to exit. Now, if you feel like that's too much, you can dial down the amount right here that it actually controls, so that's a lot better. Cool. All right, now there's plenty other things you could add in here, like for instance, say you just want to add like I don't know, a semitone knob where you could change the tune of your bass. So let's call it tune. Right, let's get a big knob. I don't know, that looks pretty cool. Now let's add, right click here, go to tune. It's really that simple. So you could add as much as you want. You could really add as much as you want into your device, and you can create bigger devices with the panel size. I do many of them like that. My most recent one with the big panel size was, I'll show you a screenshot of it. It's well, that's actually the biggest device, and then a smaller device this size. So, and I stacked them on top of each other. That is, I don't know why that's doing that. That is the slap integrated kits, and and that's also the flux gated filter. But you could see that's just the flux, and I don't know where the slap is. But anyways, you could see there's many knobs you could put. There's all types of different types of knobs and things you could link, and you can create some cool devices. That's just the latest one. The Sydechain subsonic bass designer, let's actually open that and show you what I'm going to give you for free. Let's look for the Sydechain over here. Should be in S's, right? Sydechain, there's Sydechains 2 out already, but let's look at the Sydechain 1. Let's throw, I don't know, block pushers right here. I accidentally did 2 of those. Let me delete one. But you could see I had a bunch of different knobs, and I'll show you just how deep you can get into here. I have the auxiliary envelope using a Europa for the envelope rise and drop. crushing effects, mangling, kick, levels, dirt tone, tons of different things. But as you can see, I didn't use the mimic for Sydechain 1. I think I used mimic for the Sydechain 2, but you can see the same process. I have a sampled kick in there, and here I have a sub. I have sub mangle and bit crush effects using the synchronous, pulverizer for filtering and crushing effects, uniphase, tons of stuff. And then I have the Sydechain compressors linked. Those are a little bit more advanced, but I'll show you guys how to do that in another video of sidechaining. We got some imaging and whatnot. Let's go and show you guys Sydechain 2, because I just want to show you guys too since we're here. Sydechain Subsonic Bass Designer 2. Let's put this on. Okay. So basically we have the same thing, but a little bit more effects, slightly different tunings to make it hit a little cleaner. And actually we didn't use the mimic, we used the NNXT sampler, which is the same thing. You just the mimic is just a little newer sampler, but everything is pretty much linkable to your interface GUI, and you can do anything you want: imaging, EQs, stereo imaging, dirt, saturation, anything you want. Thanks guys for tuning in to the Reason Gang device creation, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.